The hand has been shaken. The dawn is coming up. The fog is ready. Let's dive into Grand Finals. Guys, are you ready for this? All right. Let's dive in, Vicky.
That's what I like to hear from Miami, keeping the energy alive no matter what time it is, and it looks like Spargo's trying to do the same, having to climb his way now from the loser side of things, having to go the distance versus Sonix, who comes right back in, gets to grab the back throw on top of it. The side B that has been so easily punished by Sonix already in the past that we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen so many of those tools coming out from Spargo to try to get those combos. A lot of side Bs as a potential edge recovery situation coming out from Spargo, but Sonix is kind of on top of that, very aware of that option. It's very punishable as long as you just keep your distance, which Sonic can easily do in this matchup.
Just waits and shield, waits to see what Spargo wants to do before going in, maybe to catch him in the middle of the air and following up with the back air. The spacing on that, but Spargo ready to dodge and matrix his way with just trying to catch him with these down airs. Now swapping over to Pyra.
Yeah, 110 damage now here on Sonix, sitting on that ledge. It's away from that forward tilt. There's the spin dash, another nair right afterwards. Both players already sitting at triple digits. There's the Pyra switch coming out, trying to find this next opportunity. What's the ledge trap situation? Gets the back air. That's all you need. Call out the ledge jump. Guessing the right time against the likes of Sonix.
Also really liked how he swapped over to Mythra just temporarily before swapping over to the Pyra to close in that distance with the speed. Catches him with the down air while he was lingering on that ledge for a little too long. Does avoid the nair before the dash back from Spargo. The spacing once again to highlight before jumping right on top of Sonix. He heard us, being able to follow up with the back air. The spring does get tech before the grab into the back throw comes in instead.
I love that positioning from Spargo. He purposely got hit by that spring so it would knock him towards the stage to try to not get called out by a potential edge guard situation. Gonna throw out the Fire Blade to try to get some more damage on top of that. Spargo living the dream currently at 190 until that dream has sunk. Sending it up to the top. Sonix with the stock for the first time this game.
Not a dream or a wish if you say it out loud, Austin.
I'm sorry. I cursed it. I cursed it.
Happens here. I mean, but he lived for so long, and with 80% on the second stock, Sonix, wow, maybe getting out of that grab right there, too. Good timing here from Spargo for waiting. Looks forward, looks back, just in case he's trying to catch a roll if he wants to, but staring at danger right in the face here before Sonix comes in with the rising up air. Immediately gets punished, but it's Spargo with the spacing here.
Notice how Sonix is always slowing down his ledge options. He's not doing anything immediately. That might come into play later on when he tries to, when he gets more tense, he does something really fast. But Spargo might not be able to give him the opportunity. We're switching back over to the Pyra, the little powerhouse character that we see, going for the jab just to finish you off. He doesn't need anything fancy. Just catch that ledge get up.
That, or if he lingers way too long, I mean, that's going to be an easy scoop up with the down tilt in the future. The foresight allowing Spargo to retaliate on Sonic's last stock here for this first game. Sonic trying to navigate away for following up with the backer. Catches the dash attack onto the shield with the grab.
And we're dropping down with the forward air, giving some more conversions, taking you back over to the left side of the stage. I like that we're constantly swapping over to Pyra when we're trying to go for the recovery because of how fast the vertical recovery part is. Gets caught with a really funny trade there, throwing out the sword yet again to just try to form up that little bit of a wall. Switching back over to Mythra to get that speed as well as more combo damage to be able to gather, right? With this character, we want to try to land with a nair, a down tilt, but we're just seeing double dash attack instead because no techs are coming out from Sonix in this situation.
Everything is something here for Spargo, even with those dash attacks to follow up at 134, though. Does get caught with the homing attack as he is able to make his way right back off the parry, gets the grab into the back throw. Not gonna be enough just yet, but Spargo coming in and swinging even at disadvantage.
Yeah, dude, just trying to get out of that situation can be insanely scary. 148 still here on Spargo. Sonix needs to find this answer. The back air might have been it. At this point, you can try to go for a back air, back throw to push off stage and look for a ledge trap situation. Up throw to toss him up in there and try to get an up air, but instead you get called out by the down air yourself to combo into an up air. That's going to be Spargo putting the first point on the board for this grand final set.
Holding shield, short hop down air right out of it too to be able to get that follow-up, calling out Sonix, who was rather playing patiently around his grounded tools, just around Spargo's space in general. Looking forward to seeing, I mean, this is how very similarly it played out though for that first game when they did originally face off in the winners finals.
Now we're going back into our counter pick selection here for game number 2. Definitely going to stick with the same characters. It's just about what stage are we going to. Sonix is going to take a little bit of a break here and just stand up to regain his composure. Think about what the next situation is in this matchup. You have the advantage, right? If you lose this set, you can use this all as data if you want for the next set. But it's just about trying to keep the composure and not let it get to you. We're going straight over to Hollow Bastion. Shrink up that stage a little bit. Get that middle platform. It's going to be in your favor.
You're already coming in swinging too with these double up airs into the back air, just trying to shark right underneath Spargo. For coming right back himself, the Nair catching Sonix in the middle of the air too in the forward special for swapping over to the Pyra, trying to open things off already with an explosive stock before Sonix puts a stop to it. The swap with the I-Phrase before making his way back. Very volatile start already for the second game.
Dude, that was an insane tech coming out from Sonix because that tech was actually able to get a punish on Spargo in the situation. Another spin dash coming in, can't find the forward air right afterwards, having trouble landing. Spargo's going to capitalize on that with the Pyra again. Has the down tilt ready to rock, trying to pop him up in the air with either a down tilt or a downer, and instead mixes you up with an empty hop grab, pushes you back off stage, ledge trap situation. Where are you going? Spin dashes to get out of that disadvantage state.
First time we even see him do that too, the empty hop bit right there before the downer coming in when he comes right back to the stage. Doesn't even go below the ledge, immediately retaliates once again with a much more aggressive option when he's coming in from the air.
There's one move that I always see from Spargo that seems to be like his favorite kill confirm. It's always going to be that downer, but fantastic punch coming out from Sonix, but unfortunately he SD'd in the situation.
Wow.
Not sure what actually happened there. I looked away for just a second after that back air landed, so I thought he was just going to get back onto the stage, but he fell off and now puts himself in a very bad situation. He was at like 0 or 10, something insanely low number of damage. Hate to see it happen.
Tragic here, but I mean, for Spargo, he's going to be able to profit, especially keeping Sonix by the ledge on this last stock. Can't follow up with the Nair attempt instead. Sonix is able to break through for right now and break through by the ledge. Just run up, hold shield, dash back again before following up with some more of these up airs, putting in some more pressure while Spargo's stuck on top of that middle platform. But it's Spargo that's completely in the driver's seat. The slide up tilt before following up with another up air.
They're getting a lot of swings coming out. Pyra is now ready to rock here, looking for that down air once more. Just goes for the forward tilt, passes you off stage. Looking again, just try to catch out that timing. Nair's going to get the combo started here for Sonix to push him back off. Going to prevent him from being able to go for the high recovery. Back air to call out to that. Another spring, another back air. Pushes him back out there. Spargo looking for the answer to get back on the stage.
Oh.
And he gets back.
Gets actually back from a recovery like that when Sonix had kept him at bay from the side B into the spring. Again, that is where we found the success from Sonix when these two had just previously played right now. Gets the back throw now too. Follows him, sharks him with the spring. Just enough to try to bring him down to this last stock. But you've already taken 120 and climbing already too.
The fanciest of springs. Just tossing it down there to get that little nick against him. Now we're going to see what we're doing here at 129 damage on Sonix. Spargo looking for these nairs. You see him, man. He's trying to find a down tilt on top of that as well.
Sonix is waiting his shield there too, despite how much shield pressure he was taking originally. Before getting the reset, the spring once again. Oh, can you imagine right there below the ledge?
Sonix is getting a lot of mileage out of those springs as he continues to toss them out there, but he goes for the low recovery.
Also delaying the recovery before the Gentleman Jack comes in, but at 158. Still living, doesn't go for high recovery, just waiting by the ledge for right now. Brisking right through Spargo for now, too, to get stage control.
Things looking a little bleak here for Sonix as he's sitting at 161 damage. What a trade. A very weird exchange, very scary exchange, as we're now going to go for these spin dashes. Try to play from a little bit far away. Look at that singular jab. He's waiting for an answer. He wants him to go for like a defensive option out of that he's looking for like a potential kill move right afterwards. Cross-ups coming out from Spargo are terrifying as well. Ooh, Sonix is playing safe.
While constantly running up and holding shield before it eventually shield pokes, it's fine. Spargo will just stay grounded at this point. If you're going to be dashing up and just holding shield, eventually that shield's going to dwindle down, and it's just enough just to poke through.
Completely different set than what we saw over in Winners Finals. Spargo playing on top of his mind currently. 2-0 lead. Needs one more game to get that reset. A lot of confidence coming from this guy.
I mean, when you just come off of a fresh win off of the Buzz in a clean 3-0 and you're looking to get your revenge We're sent down to the losers to have to play in the losers finals originally because Spargo lost against Sonix 3-1, but now it's a different case. We do see that Sonix gets that mileage when he has Spargo in that vulnerable state off the stage where you're forced to use that side B with Mythra. You leave yourself very vulnerable with your hitboxes poking out with that side B, but for the most part, Spargo has just stayed center stage this entire time, controlling that space like we see right here. He tried to go for something fancy there between the down tilt, just starting things off, and these up airs that he is sharking from underneath Sonic, even scooping him up with the dash attack.
Okay, we got the Nairs coming out as well. A fantastic combo starter for Mythra specifically. Gets a lot of damage out of it, but now we're seeing Sonix coming out with the back air, another up air on top of that to continue that damage climb. So at this point, Sonix is doing a lot of spin dashes, a lot of Sonic spin charges coming out from the edge. Another edge opportunity, tries to get him the bumper. Fantastic recovery from Spargo as he tries to avoid it by going towards the left to avoid the spring instead of being on the right side of it. You can kind of get underneath Hollow Bastion that way to avoid that up B.
Especially with the Pyra too, you have that vertical up B as well as the stage check. We tech those here, surviving as long as we can and avoiding the backer once you make your way back. You can't avoid that fair. We do DI those at 153, swapping right back over to the Pyra after using the Mythra to gain a little bit of distance in the air.
Another throw, throws out the spring, 172 damage, and we just kind of fall off there instead, trying to find the answer to get back on here. 74 damage now on Sonix on the right side. Ledge trap situation, gets out of it.
Once again, look at Sonix playing so patiently by the ledge. Has no issue just lingering on at 87, still holding on to all your stocks. Nice little delay before the second down tilt from Spargo does connect here, keeping Sonix closer to the ledge.
Down tilt, oh my god, catches the grab in the middle of that jab, homing attack yet again, trying to get Lightning to strike twice there on the left side of the stage. Pops him up with the down tilt, finishes it off with the up air.
Spargo locked in and ready once again with another tech and another stock away. Keeps him up in the air with these up airs. The spring just allowing Sonix to just try to avoid being around Spargo's space, but misses out on the grab, instead getting grabbed himself. Putting himself just right in front of Spargo here and trying to dance around each side of the stage, calling him Mr. Worldwide here, but avoiding getting hit with another down air.
It's kind of difficult for Spargo to catch these landings against the likes of Sonix because he's so trickery with his movement up above, right? He has access to spin dash to have him sent left to right. He can go for the air dodge, a double jump, anything that you want. And now Spargo looking for a down air of himself to try to pop Sonix into the air to get that next stock.
I didn't tech there, but maybe try to bet for a scoop up on the get up attack if he had that opportunity, but Sonix was way quicker to react, gets the grab into the back throw. Wait to see.
So deep for that.
So close before also swapping over to the Pyra, trying to take advantage of the iframes in this situation.
Back throw. That's all you need. Just toss him out there. Throw out the back throw, get the finisher. Now we're seeing Sonix with a lead.
Down here to try to cross up here too, being on the Pyra despite coming in fresh with the stock, something we see very commonly from Spargo. I mean, with Sonix being up an entire stock here at 87%, tries to go for the fall, but the rising up air, nice aggressive option picked here from Sonix when he comes in with the recovery.
I love that recovery from Sonix. He opted to go for a spin dash towards the right to mix up when he was going to go for the up B. If there's anything that Sonix has been a king of in this matchup, is mixing up when he goes for the recovery. Footstool, down air. Okay, Sonix, I see you.
Oh, we's moving for real out here. Sonix off the footstool, but the nair to answer back, the rising nair before following up with the back air. Swaps over to the Pyra, wants to get the counter. It was just a matter of time. You could only wait on the ledge for so long before the invincibility runs out.
Yeah, my man was hanging on for dear life. Again, doing it even longer. Down tilt, knowing that down tilt won't reach from that. That has to be matchup knowledge just from playing Spargo for so many sets.
Runs up, hold shield once again before trying to see an opportunity to try to catch Spargo up in the air. Follows up with the up air, but the DI from Spargo, DIing into the stage, rather a way to get ledge invincibility, avoiding that back air. Oh, that would have been crazy.
The threat of the Trump was trying to get the up smash, but instead Sonix jumps out there and lands the forward air and puts his first point in this set. The momentum shift is starting to happen in Sonic's favor.
Like you said, Aussie, the matchup knowledge from these two players that have gone back and forth, playing so long with each other, coming into fruition for Sonix here. I mean, even in that previous game that he went and had that unfortunate SD, we were seeing him ramp up and come back even when he was down. He lost that stock so early and nearly like, what, less than 10% basically. If it wasn't 10, it was like 0, and still was able to be so close. Following game, no SDs here, but continued on the pressure, following up, whether it be from the spring, but also waiting to see how Spargo wanted to DI around his own space.
And you got to remember that it's kind of mentally taxing for both players to play at this high of a level when it's this late too. You know, they're playing all weekend, so many sets on top of that. And if you're like in Spargo's eyes, you're like fighting against this Sonic that is one of the best Sonics in the world, right? And when you're chasing after him, he's so good at just slowing down the pace and staying away from you, and then you kind of like have to keep that composure the whole time and not let these combos frustrate you, because right now I would be frustrated by what Sonix is doing to me.
Oh, I don't even know if he just drank water or something, but he is coming through literally right out of the
what?
Breaking it down and only taking 6%, taking out Spargo's stock so quickly within 30 seconds of the clock.
Oh, did he have MJ's secret stuff in that bottle? Like, I don't even know what that was. He literally just got all that damage immediately out the gate. Let's see if it's Spargo's turn to shine, try to get some combos for himself.
Spargo says, wait, hold on. Don't forget about me real quick. Just trying to follow him up with some of these up airs.
Let me cook.
Still apparently in the oven right now, though, having to reset. Utilizing that side B before going for more of these empty hops, but does get punished just temporarily before trying to approach Sonix here. With a rising... all right.
You know what? There was an opportunity there, but I think it was just too late. Like, you were too far away. I think what Sonix was trying to do...
Fastball, too.
Yeah, the fastball definitely doomed him. But, like, you know, sometimes Sonix can go for, like, an air dodge upwards, but he was just way too far away from that ledge. Unfortunate situation for Sonix, and Spargo is definitely going to capitalize on that.
Maybe he wants to take advantage, just try to play Spargo as long as possible.
Yeah. Yo, whoa. That was scary. I didn't like that. They were both in that magnifying glass. They're both throwing out aerials. Sonix is trying to keep him airborne. Uses the spring. He regains his double jump with that spring, by the way, so allows him to chase after his opponent even longer. Doing a fantastic job of catching these landings.
Actually so scary with these up airs, constantly chasing him right up into the blast zone. Just wait, now you see me, now you don't, before trying to dash up and trying to get a grab here, but Spargo just spacing out some of these nairs, lingering back.
At this point, Sonix is going to push him back off stage. Oh, does the spring, punishes the side B, knew exactly when it was coming, and that's going to be Sonix stock.
And what I really love is that was Sonix recognizing that Spargo has been constantly going for these low-end recoveries, and also the spacing, the damage output coming in.
I cannot believe this. These nairs are coming back into homing attack, whiffing in the process. Look out for that forward smash. I love the punish coming out from Sonix, diving off even deeper, facing away to try to space out a back air in the process. The second you see that Sonix is a little bit in danger, feels a little bit of threat, just immediately spin dashes out of there and tries to reset back to neutral.
He's just doing a lot of reading out on what we've been seeing from Spargo, whether it be dash back, dash forward constantly, and then just waiting and shield and then getting that free grab too from Sonix has just been so on point.
Down air into up B, unfortunately too far away. Good DI coming out from Sonix, opting to DI away to get away from the conversion. Sometimes it's scary to DI away when you're at high percent. When you know the combo's coming, you gotta be able to do it to get out of dodge. Also hit a little bit too far away. Sonix is time to take this game. Throws at the spring, forces out the Pyra, but Mythra, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to get back on there. Sonix brings us to a Game 5, Vicky, potentially the final game of the tournament.
Again, it's the spring. That is your arch nemesis if you are Spargo right now, but then now you went originally for these high recoveries. It was getting punished when you were on the Mythra trying to go for the side B. Now you try to mix things up in terms of distance. You try to go below the ledge, and you're still going to be eating that spring. Spargo's usually always ready to go for that stage tech like we've already seen in the set, but Sonix and the timing and positioning of that spring has really helped him out, even when he did lose out on his own stock when he went too low below the ledge.
All right, Game 5 of Grand Finals coming up to deck here once again. Sonic versus Pyra Mythra, and once again, Pokemon Stadium 2. Spargo needs one more game to try to get this bracket reset. You can't let the tournament end just now. Sonic's trying to get a repeat of the last game by starting off with a big damage combo, but Spargo manages to escape it, but not for long.
Off the footstool. Hey, man. man. It wasn't as flashy as the start of the last game, but it's the fact that you keep up the pressure, up the footstool into eventually the fair, keeping him by the ledge before immediately going for a reset. You've done your damage. You see this reset coming in from Spargo. The dash back to try to see if he can catch Sonic up in the air, and he does so with these up airs.
Okay, eats the double jump, gets the air dodge punish on top of that, and you know, we want to get those combos vertically. Opts to go for the horizontal recovery instead. A dare might be waiting. A dare might be waiting when you're playing as Pyra. You always got to be on the lookout for that, because that no matter what the damage, that could potentially lead to either gigantic amounts of damage afterwards or a big kill confirm.
Whether it be by the ledge or when you're trying to actually navigate around Spargo's space here, the fair, nice air dodge timing from Spargo, but as he lands, he gets grabbed into Sonic's open arms here, avoiding, tossing out that sword from the Pyra.
Sonix again, some more spin dashes coming out, looking for the answer to get that hit. Jab is going to push you back off stage, finishes it off with a forward tilt. Sonix takes the lead.
This may be it here with the way that Sonix is playing. Look at this momentum. Gets the grab immediately as Spargo comes right back in, and we are dancing around these platforms. No need to even overextend or try to put yourself in that vulnerable position around Spargo's space.
Bro, it would not be a Spargo versus Sonix set if it wasn't another Game 5 situation coming very close to the end. Look at the patience. Spargo just waiting for Sonix to pull the trigger to get back onto the stage, whether it's a ledge jump, ledge roll, ledge get up. It's all about that timing right afterwards. Nair, fantastic combo starter.
That was nice too. Also being able to call out that Sonix wanted to go to the ledge, gets that roll, and instead gets punished by the grab here. The air dodge for him to get right back to the ledge. Waits patiently. Oh, but the gentleman's jab again. He's been doing that a lot, especially to try to scoop him up if he can, and before finding him with the up air.
There we go. Still a slight lead here for Sonix. But, you know, when you're playing the likes of Mythra, who is a combo queen, not going to be able to let you land. You're at a double jumps, opts to go for the double spin dash just to try to get back down towards the stage. But Spargo is still in command right now, pushing Sonix back further and further towards the right.
Turning down the heat ever so slightly against Sonix before waiting. The invincibility had run out, and Spargo put himself in that position to try to catch him with a nair, but it's fine. He was able to also get right back to the stage. Rapid jab here before Sonix is able to roll right back, but the answer into the down smash from Spargo. We are literally going back and forth between both of these players.
Spin dash again, opting to end the spin dash with the down air really early on to just kind of reset what you want to do right afterwards. Oh my god, Vicky!
Disgusting off the foresight into the forward smash punish, and you can't roll from here. The moment he actually opted to go for an action to immediately right after getting to the ledge.
Spargo literally on the verge of resetting this bracket. Just needs to hold onto the stock for dear life. Gets a punish on the homing attack, but not much. Only a simple 8 damage in the process. Sonix manages to get a grab from pretty far away. Tech situation coming out. Fortunately, wasn't able to get too much off of that down throw.
And that was a good tech, too, because if he tech rolled back in that case or just did nothing, that would have been free for Sonix to try to even the score out now. 3 minutes on the clock, less than 25 seconds here. Now you see me, now you don't. Rolling away, can't catch me. And he's just dancing around Spargo's space, waiting for the opportunity. And Spargo answering right back. Sees a tech roll back before going in for the grab to keep up this pressure and the damage coming.
There's a spring again. No back air coming out from Sonix this time around. And Spargo still holding on to that second stock. He's the one playing a little bit more passive here on the right side. Spin shot coming out. A lot of jumps coming out from the spin dashes on top of that. Spargo at this point is going to be looking for that nair out of the spin dash to try to catch him when he's on the middle of the stage to convert that into a conversion. Meanwhile, Sonix is just trying to play the waiting game as well, looking for that opening, waiting for an opportunity to get the hit. Because right now, they're just running back and forth at this point. Like, nothing's happening.
Seeing who dashes forward first and then just holds shield in that case. That's what we mentioned before, but Spargo, he is feeling the heat and he is turning it up. He's looking to try to make some of these moves happen for trying to go in for the dash attack.
Want to make that move be the down air, throwing out the sword once more. Gonna get any conversions off of it. That's gonna be a cross up back here right now. Sonix one stock away from taking home the tournament. Can he pull it off or not? But right now, Vicky, that timer is starting to tick, and that could potentially be a factor. I'm not sure. It's like the damage is starting to creep up little by little on Sonic's side.
Sweating just a little bit, but he's got to keep the pressure down here into the uppy. He's still alive at 124. Little race for Spargo's side before he comes in to close out that stock. We go again, Aussie.
We go again. Spargo resetting that bracket, bringing it into the true finals, which is the second part of grands. The score's resetting right back over to 0-0. Sonix was this close to just making this tournament end and him being the victory champion. But unfortunately, he's going to have to go through one more hurdle. Another set with Spargo, the third set today.
He's already gained enough experience out here, but can we talk about the tension with Sonix almost getting the reverse 3-0 after being down in those first two games completely, like it was Whiplash, coming in with a different game plan with the way that he was able to navigate around Spargo, especially when it came to capitalizing off of him being off the stage. But in that case, in that last game, once Spargo came in with that second stock, there was no opportunity. Here we go with the bracket reset.
Let's get it. One more set to end off the night. You really got to respect the adaptation from both these players, right? Like you said, Spargo had such a dominating game one and a very good game two, and Sonix just brought it right back up. The adaptation coming in clutch. I feel like the rest of this tournament is just going to be on Pokemon Stadium too. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, we've been seeing this map so much today.
Honestly, yeah. See here, Spargo just trying to call a potential jump from Sonix with these nairs, but it's also the pressure around his base keeping him by the ledge. Once again, just waiting.
It's one of the most one of the most common options you'll see out of shield, right, is jump. When you jump out of shield, it's the fastest thing you can do. You can do a lot of options out of it, and that's why he was covering it. But just like covering that edge guard, Spargo with a dominating first stock to start off this set.
Sniping him too with that back air, almost immediately answering with the Pyra before following up with the Mythra, doing as much damage as possible with these aerials and the speed that he's been able to take advantage of. The rapid jab to try to call him out in case he wanted to dash back after dropping shield.
If there's anything Mythra's got in her kit, it's definitely speed, whether it's the fast aerials or the fast movement speed. And that's why you're going to see a lot of just swinging. We took a little bit of a nap there trying to avoid that up air, but Sonix also covering the entire platform with that scissor kick.
Even if that up air was able to just brush around Spargo here on that top platform, back air unfortunately missing. Before he dashes right back, tries to get that follow between the up air into the back air for catching Spargo as he tries to land on the stage with the grab.
At that damage too, it's really slick for Sonix to land like the late hit of that back air too. The later you hit your aerials, the easier it becomes to get a follow-up right afterwards. So when you feel that hit come in, it's like, okay, now we can schmoove with it. Even though we're seeing 3 stocks here still on Spargo's side, Sonix has yet to take away that first blood.
Well, waits to see if he wanted to go for a low recovery. This time we are seeing the mix-up. We're seeing Spargo come up from right on high here, almost landing that forward smash if he caught the landing.
Okay, back air's galore. Does another up air in the process, chases up with the spring, another back air coming your way. Trying to catch with the spring, and unfortunately, fantastic recovery coming out from Spargo, avoiding all that situation. Good tech to get back on there. Just a simple ledge jump. Just a simple ledge jump into a down air, into the second stock being deleted.
Off of the stage tech into being ready, whether it be swapping over to the Pyra to get the iframes in or getting the tech and then immediately following up. The micromanaging that Spargo goes through is insane. At 150, tosses out, gets the tech to roll back in to be right behind Sonix. Oh, I mean, at 160 plus, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it was a smooth grab, too. You saw him, like, fall into him to get that back throw, but unfortunately, you still only got 1 stock to 2, so you got to play a lot of catch-up here if you want to try to take away this first game from Spargo Sonix.
Got to keep the energy alive here at midnight, and Spargo and Sonix are delivering. Trying to dash back, jumping around Sonic's space. Or trying to commit to the nair, avoids the up air, which is something else that Spargo has been doing so well, at least grounded until in that very moment. The tech roll onto the platform to then get the answer back with the back airs.
Yeah, back air after back air after back air, just continuing to combo the onslaught against Sonix mid-air. This is what you want. You want to go for the up throws, keep them airborne. This is where Sonix Strong catches out the double jump with the back air on top of that spring active. It's called out by the up B.
After the switch right there, too, before swapping right back over to the Mythra, has been so on point in the last 2 games, making their way right back to the ledge after the swap.
Oh, the dash around, nothing out of it. Down tilt's going to be that good pop-up. Not too much damage off of it, though. Not too much. Spin dash coming in. No back air. The followed up, 123 damage. Just goes for the raw forward smash to push it back off stage. Side B finally finding its off mark on Sonix. He's been so good at getting a punish on that, but eventually, you know, it will land if you throw it out enough.
He's doing it a little earlier, too, when he was closer to the stage, so that way he wouldn't be put off stage, but with the power coming in and sending out the troops of the sword. The grab into the back throw
Super
into the
deep.
fair.
Super deep with that fair. You saw him, he managed to go for that swing from that far away. And now all of a sudden, Sonix has a little bit of momentum. We've seen Sonix do a 0 stock, but unfortunately that fire blade going to put him in a very bad situation. But Sonix is living the dream. 181, triple digits, almost 200, but eventually you're going to find your way towards the blast zone with a one-way ticket. Spargo up 1-0 in this true finals.
Only a matter of time, right, when those rocks in your shoes can't anchor you down to the stage, living above 190. But on that final stock, once Spargo had come in after losing that second stock to the fair, I mean, Sonix was already at 160, so that was going to be quite a hill to climb, but something that we still have seen Sonix pull through with. Spargo having the lead now after the bracket reset, coming in right back into full form, but I really love the way that he's been mixing up his recovery.
Yeah, man, I like how you meant that rocks in the shoes analogy. So I think my man's been running a little bit too much in the sand. He's got sands and they're all over from the beach. And I guess we're going to see a little bit different stage here, a hollow bastion instead. We've seen Sonix go for this counter pick in the past, and it's done a lot of wonder for him. So we'll see if this works out yet again.
Try to dash back before Spargo comes in, gets dash grab, gets some of that extra damage off of the up B here. Look at these empty hubs. I see me now, you don't. You need to do a roll? Nope. You try to go for a get up fair. Aggressive option picked here from Sonix. Or forcing his way right back in. Gets also the jump reset on that top platform before following up with the back air. Tries to chase him with the up air before Spargo coming in down with the nair.
He wanted the grab, but he wasn't going to give it to him. Opts to go for the jab instead. Has the down air ready to rock. Goes for the shield grab instead to push him back out there. Tried to punish the side B. Was a little bit too low and gets caught in the process.
That would have been the win con right there for Sonix to play off of too. Right there when you had Spargo by the ledge. Tries to follow up with the back air to try to catch the landing. Stares at his shield. Punches it once before navigating away. It's the respect from both of these players who catches the jump with the side B.
Something that Sonix has been doing a lot this stock at this high percentage in particular is a lot of singular jabs, but you know what, we're just going to throw that out, get that swing in the mix, get rid of that first stock away from him. Spargo once again fighting himself with a stock lead.
Oh, literally trading places twice before following up with the forward tilt. Avoids the spring while also changing over to the Pyra. Yes, there you go. Expecting the switch immediately to go around the spring. Manages to make his way back at 150, still living.
Spargo opting to stick with the Pyra here with a high amount of damage. Goes for the up B just to go onto the ledge. It's kind of hard to get a punish on, so I don't blame him for going for that. But now 42 damage down here to get back towards the center of the stage. Swap over to the Mythra as we're going to try to dance around this platform. Still living the dream here with 166 damage on the clock, but finally gets called out by that forward tilt. Just running in there. Sonix evening up this game.
Very similar to survivability in the last game for the down tilt connects with the up air. Catches the landing immediately right afterwards. Spargo, but with the falling up air into the rising up air immediately afterwards, he eats 2 back airs. That's a lot of damage. Tries to avoid the spring, almost caused the demise of that second stock so early on.
Forward throw once more, pushing Sonix towards closer and closer to that ledge. But all he needs is that one conversion to push him back off instead. Another ledge drop opportunity here for Sonix. Trying to call out the ledge jump. We see a down smash come out instead. The back air ready to rock, but can't find it. Gets called out by the down air instead from Spargo himself.
Downer is always ready to rock out here too, seeing him going in for the follows into the up tilt right after the downer initially with Mythra. Tries to shark him with the up air before landing for free to get that grab to spring. Not going to be able to clip Spargo, going for another low recovery after making the swap over to the Pyra to get that verticality.
Another down air coming out to try to catch that spin dash. Look how far that Fireblade's going to be able to catch it. 69 damage here on Sonix, but we're going to chase after him with the spring. Another nair in the process. Up tilt to push him back up to the top. Trying to chase after him. Can't find the mark. Down tilt coming out. Air dodge through it. And now Spargo's pushing Sonix back off stage. 96 tech to get back onto the stage.
At 155 and climbing him with that back throw, it's going to be a done deal. But at 96%, Sonix in disadvantage of the right through the platform. He's still alive. No race for him to worry about here from Spargo's part, but manages to get on the other side of the ledge.
Spargo's going to be looking for that down air once more. Does a lot of shield damage as well as pops you up. And now Sonix has an answer here. Homing attacks back off stage. Forcing him to answer. Gets the charge. Forward smash. Pushing him back off. Homing attack to put him in a bad situation. And steals the game. Sonix bringing that back from the depths of defeat to even up the score.
Actually robbing him.
Literal robbery. We just saw that in broad daylight, and we did nothing about it.
Listen, some history from a bandit himself, all right? That was crazy here.
Got her.
And he looked so unfazed.
It's like that was just a clock in, clock out, bro. Another day at work. Another day at the job. You got to remember, there's a lot on the line here. The last time, you know, one of the most famous sets that these guys have had was at the last Luminosity event, the Gommel. Get on my level. They fought each other in grand finals. Sonix was the one to take that victory. He got first place at that, and Spargo got second. So you know Spargo's gunning for it at the next Luminosity event here in Miami. Let's see if we can try to close that out, or if Sonic's going to be the victor yet again.
All right, guys. We are going the distance in this grand finals. It doesn't end just with the bracket reset. It comes down to the wire. Already Spargo trying to come in swinging, but Sonix answers back here immediately too. Between these landing up airs into these back airs, trying to go around Spargo's space before finding himself in the vortex of the down air into these up airs.
A dash attack again. Just to, you know, as a quick burst option, you just get your opponent off of you. Can easily come into clutch, as well as being a good tech chase tool. If you see him pushing away from you, you can easily just go for that down tilt. It's going to pop you up into the air. And we'll see, try to catch the landing. Again, Spargo hasn't gotten too much mileage this all of these sets from just popping Sonix up into the air and trying to catch the landing. Sonix is too good at being able to get out of disadvantage today.
Down tilt, up air, free combos.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you don't need to get a disadvantage. You just stay there forever, and you'll eventually get that down air and get the kill.
Bread and butter's out here with the Pyra when you get the scoop up too.
Hey.
But the double scoop may be coming in with the Mythra here. Gets the gentleman's jab by the ledge before swapping over to the Pyra. Tries to call out with another down air while Sonix is trying to jump right off the ledge. He has not been able to leave said ledge here while Sonix tries to aggressively come back with the rising forward air.
Another nair on top of that. Gets called out by the grab. Back to toss you out there. Good air dodge to get back onto the stage.
Wow.
And I love the late hit of nair to pop him up into the back air right afterwards to take that first stock from Spargo.
Spargo's face looking up real quick, taking a deep breath for getting right down from the heaven platform.
Okay, running back and forth again until we see a nair coming out from Spargo. Up B to get on the ledge. Nothing too crazy here. Bunch of rolls. Look how much space that Spargo gave up in that process. He backed up so hard that he found himself almost to the corner on the left side. That is the strength of Sonic's speed. Now you're kind of not truly safe from being able to get away from him no matter how far away with your lag. You can just close that distance in a snap, bro. You gotta be up. You gotta be prepared for anything. Catches the ledge jump with an up air on the platform.
Be prepared and be prepared to not land here against Spargo. He is locked in, slightly upset after that last game being robbed here. And now trying to answer back. The get-up attack is going to get freely punished by Sonix. Held shield before dropping it temporarily and actually costing him to not keep Spargo by the ledge there to get the punish off the side beam.
Got the 1-2 buckle my shoe jab coming out. Gets the tech on top of that to try to get any sort of follow-up afterwards, but unfortunately could not get too much. 23 damage now here on Sonix. Spargo has advantage here on the ledge. A lot of short hops trying to just bait out, just to be prepared in case we had aerial needs to come out at any given time.
Also, if he has to drift right back to the stage too, because we're wanting to take advantage of Sonix waiting so patiently by the ledge if he could get us something to follow up with. Pyra before swapping right back over to the Mythra at 99%. Sonix on this last stock tries to catch Spargo with the up air.
He is chasing, trying to find this hedgehog. Gets another up tilt on top of that. 100 damage now on Sonic's down tilt. Wants to find the landing, goes for the spring instead, hits through it. Another grab to push him back off stage. A lot of stress being put onto Sonix at this point, right? You're on your final stop.
Wow.
Another grab, another empty hop, Vicky.
Yeah, empty hop, turn around, grab immediately afterwards.
Yo!
All right, so close to the ledge like that. Splashing off from that second stock, but at 145 and with the up B, that's going to be the nail in the coffin, at least for this game.
We turn it around with the up B. We put the final point here. Spargo on tournament points. 1 game away from being your champion. Let's see if Sonix will bring this back. We literally saw it happen in the previous set. I would not be shocked at all if this went to game 5.
Yeah, going the distance if it does go to game 5. Again, it's just something I am not surprised to see. These two play each other quite frequently, like Austin had mentioned prior. But with the bracket reset here, Sonix, even while he's down, tries to keep his composure. Look at him right now, just closing his eyes, getting ready. I mean, Spargo, on the other hand, is changing up the tracks, trying to jam it out to something else.
If I was a betting man, I would not be shocked if this went to Game 5, man. So far, all these top 4 sets have been Game 5, Game 5. We had a 3-0, but then another Game 5. So just so many of them. A lot of 3-2s all over the board. See if history repeats itself, or if Spargo's going to nail this and nip this in the bud right now.
At least here in Hollow Bastion, as we do take a trip over here, gets the grab immediately right afterwards to the back throw, and the timing before getting right behind Sonix. Would have interesting right there to try to go for the down air off of footstool, but on the other side by the ledge. Catches him with the back air.
Adam jumps. His bad obstacle for the low recovery with Pyra to get that verticality to get back onto the stage. Could have been a very bad situation to be caught in, but Pyra is going to be able to save the day and get back towards center stage. Another blade being thrown, just using the projectile to its mileage. Now Sonic's in a tricky situation to get back off of this ledge.
Crosses him up, goes for that fair, avoids that down air here that Spargo's trying to fish for before getting fished out with these up airs instead from Sonix. The back air, love the spacing even while he was in the middle of tossing out that side B.
Yeah, Sonix really big right now. Feeling himself on point. Another jab to push him back off. Calls out the up B with the homing attack. That can be very scary. Late hit there to push him back off stage. Chases off with the back air to try to take that stock. But
no way!
It works!
He didn't expect it. He didn't expect it. He had buffered it already again. 2 side Bs, and that second one was his demise.
And now we're facing against a 3-stock Sonix as Spargo. You might as well just almost give up this game. Like I don't know how you make this back. I don't know how you make this not go into a Game 5 if you're Spargo.
I mean, especially with the time, of course, that Sonix will just be able to work into if he really wanted to. Chasing after Spargo here, waiting, baiting out the move before getting that grab to keep him by the ledge.
There's that Nair again, tries to get the forward smash in case he opted to go for the air dodge down, back throw to toss him back off stage. There's that Nair again, and we get a punish. That is a 3-stock coming out from Sonix to bring this to the final game of the tournament.
2-minute game, by the way. 2-minute
game. What? So this is proving that, people always complain about, Sonic's playing a little bit more passive, right? He was playing aggressive that game. He was feeling himself every single time.
Just control the controller and make them SD.
That's all you got to do. I mean, there's something to be said that if you exude enough pressure against your opponent when they're out there that they can, kind of flub up their recovery.
And you know what? I actually, off of that point, too, him buffering that side B twice when he had already no jump, had swapped from the Pyra to the Mythra to come right back around. That was a very scary situation to be in, and that was the flub that cost that game, which could cost Spargo's tournament life in this grand final after getting the reset, coming from losers after being sent here in the first place. All for the marbles here, Rossi, as we dive into our final game at Luminosity Makes Moves.
And they're going to start off with the passive, right? Being on the opposite sides of the stages, being a little bit more careful. Don't want to be the first one to make that first move, right? Very small damages coming out here to start off this game. Battlefield, by the way, weird counterpick that we have yet to see this whole set and the last set and the set before that. So maybe something cooking for Spargo here. I mean, this is a fantastic map for the likes of Pyra and Mythra, right? Having the swords, being able to hit through the platforms, that can help you out so much. But right now, what's actually happening is it gives Sonix a platform to kind of hide under to make approaches kind of difficult for Spargo to come in through a jump.
Oh, the side B, the high side B, too. Actually avoiding with the high recovery around behind Sonix. Gets a stage tech too before swapping over to the Pyra. The roll, waiting in distance though, is going to be Sonix with that forward tilt.
Again, trying to get the spin dash. Not overextending too hard, right? You got a very good percentage lead right now, so you're just going to be kind of waiting for Spargo to make that mistake, and the mistake just happened. We have that hit coming in, 126 now on Spargo. Catches the jump with an up-angled F-smash. Sonix takes the lead in this final game.
The crowd giving them his support here, too, as Sonix takes that first stock here from Spargo. He is feeling himself. Look at their faces right here, too, before Spargo flips the script real quick. Sonix makes his way back to the ledge, waiting patiently by before going in for the spin dash, but lingers back with that fair to space himself away from his distance.
Okay, jab coming out, 52 damage on the board to be counted for. Spargo has stage advantage. Switching over to the Pyra, there's a lot of mix-ups that can be here, whether the forward tilt or the down air, down tilt, anything you want. Trying to catch out the roll, but instead gets out of it with the up air, and has yet to take too much damage in this next stock.
Oh, but with these rising uppers and the reset on the platform, Sonix just angling himself right back to the middle part of the stage. Doesn't want to overextend here just in case to with the lead on top of it.
103 damage. Spargo again Gets the down air. He just waited for it. The patience.
Come on, just a matter of time before the invincibility runs out. Gets that spike with the down air.
Okay, runs back in. Gets a parry. Another nair coming out. Not too much mileage out of there. A lot of the times you'll see Pyra go for nair and you get a lot more damage, whether it's a follow-up back air, a nair, a grab right afterwards, if it's the late part of it. That time around, sometimes you just get the stray hits, and that's okay. But against the likes of Sonix, who's very slippery to get out of combos, just in general.
Still holding on for a really long time. Has been getting punished now frequently back-to-back. Empty hops. Oh, he waits once again. Tries to jump at a disadvantage. The air dodge, though. The opportunity for Spargo. Catches the high recovery, at least on the spring, but he's going all the way around. The air dodge onto the platform to mix things up. Tries to dodge the down air, the parry, into the up air, into the reset. We are going for a ride if you're Sonix before the trade comes in from Spargo to stay alive.
Trying to catch his early flight towards the stratosphere as we see all of those spring follow-ups coming out like crazy. Sonix closing that gap very quickly, runs up there, gets a grab, feeling himself, throwing out the spring yet again, puts him in a bad position, gets the forward air, closes it out, and now Sonix on tournament stock gets grabbed by Spargo, gets tossed off, 116 damage now, ledge trap opportunity now for Spargo, Vicky.
One more stock here for Sonix at 132, stuck by the ledge, tries to get around with the gentleman jab. Just enough space to wait it out, even here for both Sonix and Spargo.
The final stock of the tournament coming into play. The first one to get this hit is going to be in a very good spot. Both players dashing back and forth. Neither one of them wants to be the first one to approach. It's too scary. They don't want to be able to commit to it. There's the falling ledge drop into an up air. Not too much off of it.
The dash back too before catching him with the dash attack. He's stuck by the ledge. The spring to take him for a high recovery, trying to take advantage of all these platforms.
Okay, a lot of cross-ups coming out from both opponents. Chilling off yet again. They're both on the left side and the right side, respectively. Neither one of them wants to go in. Spargo makes the first chase, gets the grab, tosses him up. 40 damage, good call out, gets the tech chase right afterwards, and he's still holding on. He is holding on to the stage pressure until finally Sonix manages to escape. But there's another grab, and there's another up air, and he's chasing after him.
And trying to shirk him too while getting the reset on the top platform. Sonix makes his way back. The nair does not clip him, but the way that Spargo is playing around in his own spacing is beautiful here.
Again, we're just watching this a lot. Neither one of them want to dive in there and make that first swing. Sonix gets the down tilt, pops him up. The follow-up homing attack to go for a tech chase. Covers so many options. Now we're back off stage. Pyra is online. The down air is a threat. Back throw, tosses him off. Gets called out by this side B. Are you kidding me?
This side B actually hitting Sonix away for Spargo to make the recovery at 137.
Going for the right side of the stage with the spin dash, 139, and climbing another forward throw. Sonix in a very tricky situation. Gets back onto the stage, rolls back on, gets called out by the forward tilt, and that's going to be Spargo as your Luminosity Makes Moves 2023 champion.
The crowd giving Spargo the support that he needs after coming through with a bracket reset, keeping his composure. This young legend does it again.
It's important to point that he yet did it again. And these players, they play against each other so much. They know each other it's so well. They respect each other so much. Guys, give it up for FaZe Spargo getting first place. There's the trophy, courtesy of Max. Yo, shout-outs to the TOs. Shout-outs to everyone for just bringing on this great tournament, man. It's been a pleasure being here in Miami and seeing all of this action take place this entire weekend, Vicky.
It's been amazing. We've had such amazing sets all the way down to the end while Spargo raises up the trophy, holstering it up for everyone at home to see. He's out here making moves under the FaZe banner, our grand champion, working so hard to also get not just the reset, but the revenge too. How he originally was set down to that lower bracket after 3-0ing the Buzz, then getting right back and finishing off Sonix. That was beautiful. Even when unfortunate circumstances came when he was off stage, those side Bs that did connect at the very end when it was down to the wire made it for such an exciting final game.
What a way to end the tournament. I cannot get over how many 3-2s there were in this top 8 alone. I'm just looking right now in the top 4. It was 3-2, 3-2, 3-0, 3-2, 3-2. Like, tons of Game 5s. And it's showing that a lot of players are getting stronger and stronger as the meta starts to develop. And we're seeing people try to start to catch up to some of the best players in the world. And right now, it's starting to become questionable who is the best player. But it looks like we got our host to shout out something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so Max is just going to be talking to the room. You guys unfortunately, are not going to be able to hear what he's bringing to the table. But God, Vicky, it's been a pleasure doing this with you,
It's been so fun, man.
Yeah.
It's been a really long time, but also what a way to close out this tournament in such a fashion, too. The young legend Spargos, I mean, he is coming through, and he is staying as consistent as ever. And I'm not surprised. The two players I definitely had on my radar was Spargo and Sonix going into this tournament, and it was also beautiful to see that both of them not only faced off against in the grand finals, but also provided us a bracket reset.
Yeah, just going over the rest of that top 8 results, by the way, we did have Cola getting a 7th place finish, as well as, I believe, was it Cola? I might be reading this wrong. Sorry, Zomba and Meister getting a 7th place finish. Then we saw Cola going down with a 5th. Like, so many of these placements, tons of players here in the top 8 all over the place. That has been wonderful to catch everyone coming into this tournament, man. And hey, yo, so by the way, guys, after this tournament results, Sonix has qualified into Watch the Throne tournament. It's going to be happening later on in December, so congratulations for Sonix.
That's going to be so exciting. Dude, that's going to be a good one.
That's a gigantic invitational coming out at the end of the year. I feel like it's not a Smash year if we don't have an invitational in December, in like the last month to end off the year. So I'm very excited to see the results of that and to see Sonix making his debut over there.
That's a cherry on top, and I know Coney was also side streaming for this event too. Shout out to Coney for also being able to put on a nice show back at home, the comfort of his home, while also watching an amazing tournament. Our top 8 did not disappoint, but honestly, throughout the entire course of this tournament, from the vibes being in the setting of Miami, no bias, one of my favorite places to be, but the beach being right there, but also the amount of intense sets that we had, everything being best of 5, made everything just more exciting. And I cannot wait to see what happens next year.
Yeah, dude, from round 1 alone, being best 3 of 5 has been such a pleasure. And also all the side tournaments they do. They have like the volleyball tournaments that happen outside. They have like dodgeball. They're throwing water balloons and stuff. There's all sorts of like funny little side games. They have the Arcadian on top of that. Like, so much fun here. Shoutouts to production, shoutouts to TOs, everyone putting this together. This would not be possible without all of you guys for being able to do this. Shoutouts to Collision for providing us with his Collision stats, showing us who's going to be, like, what all the results have been in between the sets. Also Collision, make sure to check that out coming up in March. Can't wait for that tournament as well. That's literally my backyard, so I'm going to be checking that out. I go there every year just to hang out or cast, whatever it is, but it's always a fun tournament to be a part of.
Yeah.
But, Vicky, I think that's it for us.
Yeah, that's going to be it, everyone. I'm so glad we are so back in Smash.
We're
and I'm
so
happy to be alongside Aussie to take you guys through the top 4. That's going to do it for us here at Luminosity Makes Moves Miami. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Vicky Kitty. This is Austin. We'll be seeing you next time.